The aftermath of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial has been absolutely fascinating, and personally, for me, it's been far more interesting than the trial itself. Now, I wasn't really plugged into the trial, as I've said many times, but the aftermath of the trial has been truly fascinating to me because it's one of the many things that I focus on, and that is the corruption in the media. Now, with the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial, you had tens of millions of people glued to this situation, but you also saw the rise of many independent content creators, and those content creators are now being targeted by the mainstream because those independent content creators have far more reach, influence, and respect among the people than the media, and it's driving the media crazy. So they are trying to slander and lie and misrepresent these people just so they can take them down because they know they are losing all of their credibility, and shout out to them. Now, the person that was at the forefront of it, in my opinion, was ThatUmbrellaGuy. I've talked to ThatUmbrellaGuy a few times, had him on Geeks and Gamers, been on a few streams with him. He's a great guy. We've always had each other's back regardless of if we work together consistently or not. He's a really solid dude, does a lot of cool things, and he was at the forefront of this entire situation long before it really hit that next level. And they are targeting him among many others, but I want to focus in on ThatUmbrellaGuy. So right here on his Twitter, he says, "The Washington Post and other media outlets attack independent journalists because they never saw us coming. Imagine the egos with them thinking locking out the truth about Amber Heard would suppress it." He's 100% right. 100% right. And the person that's going after him has gone after many of content creators. This is a terrible human being, and it's disgusting that this person continues to have a platform in any way, shape, or form. And it's not because I disagree with this person. It's because this person has literally tried to destroy the livelihood and careers of many content creators with lies and misrepresenting everything about them, yet this person still has a platform. And of course, we're talking about Taylor Lorenz. Taylor Lorenz has now, even over on Fox News covering it, says YouTuber, meaning Tug, says Washington Post correction on Taylor Lorenz story claiming contact on Instagram before publication is false. Taylor Lorenz claims she contacted two YouTubers for her story, which was later stealth edited. Now, what Tug said is he said right here, Taylor Lorenz from the Washington Post reached out after writing the story saying she'd reached out. She didn't bother doing so until I called that out publicly. They also exaggerated the top earnings portion and got the information about Adam Waldman factually wrong. Taylor Lorenz is a horrible person. This is a person who went on that interview, a couple of months ago, claiming that when people dox and people say all these horrible things and harass, and then she fake cried, and then the interviewer fake cried with her, and they pretended that she's the victim of all of this toxicity. And then, of course, just a few weeks after that, then Taylor Lorenz targets libs of TikTok and doxes her, because that's the type of person we're dealing with here. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Now, Tug said, I'm loud in this Johnny Depp this aftermath because team Amber Heard. The media, the fans, Amber Heard, Eve Barlow, drew targets on anyone speaking the truth. If they keep the crosshairs trained here, they'll leave others alone. Tug's a great guy. He really is a solid guy. And, right here it says it. And this is the story from Fox News. The Washington Post stealth-edited Taylor Lorenz story after YouTubers accused her of falsely claiming she reached out to them for a comment prior to publication of her story about content creators thriving during the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. And that's what it's all about. It's about people resonating with other people. And of course, it hurts their feelings when they see so many independent content creators out there making a living and making an impact. They hate it, they despise it, and they will do anything to tear that down. Because what do you do when you're at the final stages? You become desperate. And that is where the media is right now. The media is desperate. They are desperate because they know they are dying, and they have to do something to take the power out of the individual's hands, because individuals having power is the worst thing that the powers that be want to have. They want to control the message and the narrative, and they want to control the people giving the message and the narrative. That way they can control what's actually being put out there. But when you have individuals who don't have to have that oversight and they're out there just giving their honest opinion based on what they see right in front of them, it drives them crazy. And that's why the all-out attack will continue to happen. So I urge you to go support That Umbrella Guy and many other content creators out there that have been at the forefront of this. Now, a little reminder about Taylor Lorenz. She also went after Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast a few years ago, who's genuinely one of the best people on the platform. And she went after him. The popular YouTuber, Mr. Beast, has built his image off being a nice guy, but has a history of homophobic slurs. This went absolutely nowhere. And rightfully so. Now, Mr. Beast is on his way to becoming the biggest content creator on the platform, and rightfully so. He's a great guy. He puts amazing content out there, and he does nothing but help people. He does nothing but help people, yet Taylor Lorenz targeted him. These are the people we're talking about. They are horrible human beings. We have to stand up against them and support independent creators. And so when you see people like Nick Rekieta with 100,000 plus people watching his channel during the Johnny Depp Amber Heard, when you see That Umbrella Guy just crushing it out there, when you see someone that I've had a mixed history with, but Popcorn Planet Andy Signor, he had 120,000 people watching his stream. And I was honestly happy to see that, because regardless of any differences that me and Andy have had, what he went through with Screen Junkies and what they did to him was bullshit. And all of those people at Screen Junkies are terrible human beings. I've called them out over on my personal channel, D-Day Cobra, before, and this was even before I ever talked to Andy. But those Screen Junkies people that were his friends and he elevated their careers, they all turned on him the moment that an accusation came out. They all turned on him with no evidence, no facts or anything. So seeing him thrive and seeing him succeed, knowing that it drives people like that crazy because they threw him under the bus, makes me happy, makes me very happy. So I'm happy to see that, and I'm happy to see so many other people crushing it right now. And I stand with all of those independent content creators against filth and garbage like the Washington Post and Taylor Lorenz. I can't remember if it was the Washington Post or the Wall Street Journal. I can't remember. But whichever one of them went after PewDiePie. And that's when I became a PewDiePie fan. This is back when he had like 50 million subs. And they put out this horrible, horrible hit piece on him. And I had never watched PewDiePie up to that point. I'd never watched him. But I'm like, the things they're saying about this guy can't be true. Like, they were saying all of the typical NPC talking points. I'm like, there's no way this guy is that way. So I watched his content, and I'm like, he's genuinely funny. He's genuinely entertaining. Oh, he's edgy a little bit in terms of he'll call out wokeness and he'll call out the mainstream narrative. That's why they hated him, and I became a PewDiePie fan. Every time the media does this, they fail. They fail miserably, and we have to continue to stand against them and call it out. Thank you guys for the support. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you're having a great day. Check us out on geeksandgamers.com. Subscribe to this channel if you're new. This is one of our many channels at Geeks and Gamers. I think we have 8 or 9 channels up to this point, so a lot going on, a lot to keep up with. You can find most of our channels over on geeksandgamers.com on the channels tab. Check us out. Have a great day, and we will talk to you later.